This video, I don't know what I'm going to title it yet. Probably either Vicodin Saga Part 1 or How I Got Into Drugs. But we're going to go with How I Got Into Drugs. So let's start this off with, elementary school. I had been, a quiet little good boy for all of my life. I had a couple friends, not that many, but I was always, really a quiet, anxious kid who was, sad most of the time. And that had just been my life for almost as long as I could remember. So, I got through middle school, I started dating this girl, and, my social status finally, started to become existing, because before I had literally none. So, I was dating this girl who, by all means was a popular girl, I suppose. I don't really like that word, because, I don't know, I live in a town that's so small where, that doesn't really apply, because it's everyone either just likes each other or hates each other where I live, because it's impossible not to know somebody. So I got into high school, and I decided I was sick of being the quiet little good boy. So I just started being bad. I made a conscious decision to be a bad kid, which is a not very common thing to happen, but I feel like it happens to a lot of quiet smart kids who are sick of their old lives. So the first thing I did in my endeavor to become a bad kid was, I broke into my parents' liquor cabinet and I just started sipping out of the bottles. And it was nasty, but I kind of liked the taste of it. So, like like I said, I've been really sad for a long time. I have had numerous mental health issues. And now I have help and shit. My life is so much better now. I've been sober for a year about. So, eventually I get into cutting because of how shit my mental health is. And it's getting so bad that I couldn't sleep. And a while ago I had stolen some some prescription painkillers. They were Vicodin, and I decided to pop those to make the pain go away. And it worked exactly like I thought it would. It went completely away, but my mind, its pain went away as well. And that's where shit got dangerous. When I began medicating not only an exterior thing, but an interior thing. So, eventually I, was thinking about, how good it felt to, be a bad boy. I was no longer that quiet little good boy, because, I was no longer that quiet little good boy. I had done something bad. I was a real live bad boy now. Albeit a fucking sad one, not the one that you want to be, just someone who's kind of fucked up in the head. So I was thinking about the feeling of it, and I decided, you know what? I'm gonna pop some more when I get home from this cross country meet. I'm a runner. So I got home and I'm playing GTA or something. Speaking of gameplay, I am so sorry that this Modern Warfare gameplay is so bad. I'm terrible at this game, but it's a new game, so you gotta play it. And I just switched to keyboard and mouse because I thought that might make me better. I don't really think it did, but I don't know. I feel like an epic gamer now. So anyway, I popped these Vicodin. I didn't get into sniffing them yet, which I eventually did. So I popped these and I'm just feeling amazing. I'm lightheaded. I'm happy. I'm just playing GTA. I'm sitting backwards in my bed while I'm doing this. I remember, and I don't think I got out of bed for 4 hours straight, because this was one of the very few times that I didn't pass out during a drug using session, which became to be a bit of an issue later on. I was a borderline insomniac because I was never sleeping. I was just doing drugs, which it was fucked, but that was life. So I mentioned that girl earlier, and she she had been doing drugs previously before we got together, and eventually I think she got clean for a while, but she got back into it when she found out that I was into it again. And looking back on this, I feel fucking terrible for being one of the reasons that she got back into it. And spoiler alert, drugs fucking tore our relationship apart. We're not together anymore. We ended up hating each other because of all the drugs we did. because I got sober and she didn't, and I just fucked shit up. So, I like was doing I was doing these pills, and I like loving it. And I was like, finally, I become the bad boy I wanted to be. I'm a tweaker kid now. I'm popping pills when I get home from school. Like there was this first week from when I had like popped those pills, I would like get home and I would just like make a cup of coffee and I would like pour some whiskey on it in it and feel like a fucking badass. I wasn't. I was a dumbass little kid. Like I mentioned earlier, I was a freshman when this was happening. I couldn't even go into driver's ed yet. I didn't have a learner's permit. I couldn't go like ride and smoke or anything. Also, I've never really smoked weed, only dabbed. Weird fact. So like I thought that I was basically like Suicide Boys in the Opana video, you know, like crushing up the Roxys and smoking the blunt. But no, I was just this sad little kid popping pills playing GTA, and it was stupid. You know, so like this is, you know, one of the biggest regrets of my life, but also like, you know, character development because I've been sober for a year now, and you can expect more stories about like when I started getting, you know, harder into it, other substances I did. Eventually, all these drug videos will come to an end because I don't intend on getting back into drugs, but I hope that while they last, you enjoy them. Oh, and because there is more to my life than just being a fucking ex-druggie, you know, if you want me to like do any videos about like my desk setup, it's moderately interesting because I made it all myself by hand. Stay in school, I would be don't happy do drugs, to make a video about boys. That. This is Mr. Almond, man. Peace the fuck out.